So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can generate a list of investors. So let's say you're raising a round and you're looking to have a targeted list of investors, more specifically venture capitalists, which is the example I'm going to use in this video, and how to enrich that with LinkedIn profiles and emails. So that's the concept that I want to cover in this video. I want to show you the tool to use and how to actually do this in practice. So the tool I use is called Clay.com, and this is a very, very good data enrichment tool, which allows you to search up different types of companies and firms. You can enrich the data. They have like integrations with various data providers. You can also use APIs to do all sorts of interesting stuff. And overall, it's just a great tool for any sort of like data work as it pertains to outbound and outreach and stuff like that. So it's a great tool. And I want to show you exactly how you can generate this list here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to find a list of different VC firms. So we're going to go to find companies, and we are going to find the industry called venture capital and private equity principles. So that's the one we're going to do. And so we're only looking to really target venture here. So let's put venture and let's do a preview. Let's see what we get. So we get 13,000 here. Obviously, the search is looking quite good. This is definitely kind of what we're looking for. We've got some big ones, first round capital, etc., etc. And so this list looks good. Of course, you can also adjust for geography if you're only looking for American investors or you're only looking for European, Asian investors, whatever. You can also do that with the location feature. And if you do have a list of like a blacklist of investors you don't want to reach out to, they also have the exclude companies feature. And so what you can do is you can actually create another table, which is like, kind of a sheet, imagine like a sheets file on Clay, and then you can exclude that directly from here. So it's a very kind of neat feature that you can use. And then you can, of course, put whatever limit you want here. Say we want to import 500s, then we can do that and import a new table. And so I'm going to do that now. And that is essentially going to put all these different firms into a specific list. And then afterward, we're going to enrich this data with the relevant people we want to reach out to. So that's the next step that we are going to be doing. But for now, I'm going to just import this list. So I also just want to show here. So this is what happens after you click on import. You actually get this whole list here, which contains, of course, like the different names. It actually also contains their LinkedIn description, which can be used for interesting forms of data manipulation later on. And you can, of course, have all these different data points here, the size, the geography, the websites, the LinkedIn URL of the company or the firm. So that's very neat, and that's what it looks like. But now I will start enriching this with people data as well. So now I'm going to navigate to find people, and I'm going to go down here, companies, and we are going to, I'm just going to pick the table here. So here is the table we're going to be using. So select table, and then we're going to go to job title, and we want to do partner. We can just do analyst here, for example. And let's see what else we want. Associates. Great. And then what you can also do is you can, of course, modify stuff like experience. So if you want somebody who is more new in the firm, somebody who's been in the firm for a longer time, you can also do that here with the experience one. So let's preview people. And here it is. So we have all these different contacts here. We can see their LinkedIn URL. So this is the actual the person's URL for LinkedIn. So if you want to take this data and put it into a LinkedIn automation tool, you can absolutely do that. You can also just reach out to them manually if that's what you want to do. And so this is what it looks like. And we can then import this into a new table, which I'm going to do now. So now the new list is loading here, and I am just going to close this down. This is the view we have here, similar to the last one. And you can do some interesting stuff here. Obviously, we have the list here. It's great. You can do LinkedIn outreach. But let's say we want to actually enrich this with work emails. So we want to send them emails. Then they have a flow here on Clay called work email, which you can click on. And you will then be able to put all these like different people through what's called like a waterfall sequence. And so it looks through a bunch of different databases to find the relevant email of that person. And so I have my API key attached to Lead Magic and Prospio, which are two databases that I use. If you're not using an API key, it's going to take directly from like Clay credits. They're a little bit expensive, but if that's what you want to do, you can do that. Or just get the API key here. So that's what you can do from here. You can enrich this with the relevant emails, which is a very, very nice feature. And what you can also do is, if you want to be really sure that this is actually like a qualified firm, you can go in here, you can click on it, and you can find the one called description. You can add it as a column. And let's just give it a moment here. So now the description has been added as a column. You can go to add column, add enrichments, and then you can do Claygent. And essentially what Claygent is it's an AI web research agent. And so it can actually look through the websites of this particular firm to see if it's actually a qualified investor. So they can look at the research agent can look at their previous investments. It can look at what sort of keywords are mentioned on their website. And so it's a very nice sort of feature they have. You can input your prompt and you can just kind of say whatever you wanted to look for on the domain, which of course we have the domain as a data point here. So we're going to use that. You can write in the prompt. You can also use your ChatGPT API code to do this, so it's not super expensive to do. And then you just run that for every single one of them. You can say output yes if this is a fit, output no if it's not. And so that's kind of how that's the data point. You can go on to Excel and then sort that and see, I'm going to take all the yeses and put that into a sequence or do manual outreach or whatever you want to do. So that's also another way to save significant amounts of time when you're in this process. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you here, how to actually find investors on Clay, enrich the data points with email addresses and LinkedIn profiles so you can do outreach, and also pre-qualify the investors, do a little bit of research prior to reaching out as well, automatically using AI. If you're looking for a company to essentially just implement this automation system for you and help you massively streamline investor outreach to just raise at record speeds, that's Alterius. We can definitely help you with that. We have done it for many clients. The last client we worked with was a pricing agent SaaS company, and we were able to book them over 100 meetings with VCs in a matter of 3 weeks. And so this works super well if you automate this whole process. We pretty much just handle all of this for our clients. So if that's of interest, there'll be a link in the description to book a meeting to discuss that further. But for now, thank you for watching and have a good day.